Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. I'm doing great, but I could be doing better. I could be living in New York right now. And I know what you're thinking. Why would you ever want to live in New York? Well, I live in California. Like, well, it's pretty close. But it's not close because today I just found out, and this is from my buddy Eric at Sage News, hit me up, and he says that New York just set a 7-month gas tax holiday. And that is blowing me away. We're going to go into the weeds here, and then we're going to talk about California, and then we're going to talk about the industry as a whole, okay? New York will not collect portions of the state's sales tax on sales of unleaded and diesel fuel for 7 months beginning June 1st, according to language included in Assembly budget bill. And guys, just to give credit to these people, but they kept wanting to hit you up and go, hey, buy our subscription. This is coming out of Buffalo News. It says the partial gas tax holiday will run through December 31st and should save consumers about $600 million, said Senator Tim Kennedy of Buffalo, a Democrat out of Buffalo. It's especially beneficial, he says, to people in upstate New York who use their cars to travel every day, he said early Thursday afternoon. So this news story just came out, and it's very important because this is what your government should be doing, right? Things get hard. The commodity starts to explode in price because of any different reason, whether it be the supply chain, a war, something like that. And they go, you know what? We're going to hold back on the taxes. Now, let's talk about California because that place is awesome. Our awesome governor, and I say that with a lot of sarcasm. I hope you're picking up the sarcasm because there's some people that have a hard time with sarcasm. I get it's the lowest form of humor, but it's all that I've got sometimes. And they're going, what do you mean California's awesome? Our governor, Mr. Newsom, said, hey, you know what? Let's throw some cake at them and let's give them a $400 rebate. Well, that's about the dumbest thing you could do. But hey, guess what? He's here not to help the economy. He's here to hurt the economy. And I can't be more blunt than that. $400 rebate will do nothing to the people in California paying high gasoline prices. There are a lot of hard-working men and women in this state that are good people too. You might think, a lot of people think this state is full of crazy people, but it's not. It's actually just 1%. That's it. Everybody else is awesome. To be honest with you, I couldn't be more sincere than that. This state is awesome. But the problem is it's ran by a bunch of crazy people, and sadly, it's suffering. It really is. And $400 is absolutely not going to do anything. But this is something. See, in California, they have the highest gas prices in the state or in the country. And the reason why, and especially where I live, the highest gasoline prices in the country, my actual county. And it's because of taxes, right? There's all kinds of different factors, but the biggest one in California is taxes. And so this is one of those Marie Antoinette cakes. I guess Newsom thinks, he's awesome just throwing stuff out the window, give them $400. And this is a step in the right direction. So I have to admit, New York just did a real good solid doing this tax holiday, and they've set it for a good time, from now until December 31st of this year. I think that's a great thing. Now, this tax holiday for the gasoline will not go into effect till, I believe, June 1st. And I already lost my place. Yeah, June 1st. But it's really good news. Now, the question is, what is gas going to do to the rest of the economy? You see, right now, the nation is hitting all-time gas prices on average. And it's an extreme burden, but actually there's good news inside of this. See, like I've said many times before, you can fake a lot of things through shrinkflation with packages getting smaller, labeling getting different, things like that to really fool the consumer. But you can't fool people on a gallon of gasoline. A gallon of gasoline is a gallon of gasoline, unless you're everywhere else in the world and it's like a liter. And, oh man, and I got to be honest with you, right now there's a bunch of people in the UK going, I'm not even going to try your accent, but if only you knew, if only you knew how expensive it was, or in Canada. Come on, hey. That was a bad one. It's really expensive in other parts of the world. But in our country, it is going to psychologically affect the consumer. And that's good news. Why? Because when the consumer gets woke up, gets shaken from their slumber, for lack of better terms, and says there's something wrong, well, then they move to action. They start to learn about things like things that are going on in the economy. They start to regress in their spending. Instead of blowing money, throwing it everywhere, they pull back, they regress. sometimes out of fear, other times out of understanding and knowledge, and they start to save. And that's what we want right now. We want to wake people up before this crash as soon as possible so that they can start to put their money into real stores of value that are going up with inflation and not holding it on to, you know, cash or buying crap on Amazon. So I just want to bring you this news. I think it's a great story, and I'm really excited for the people in New York. If you're in New York, throw me out a comment and hashtag New York in this video. I'd really appreciate it because I think this is good. This is great. Let's see more of this. Let's see less taxes. The government needs to stop spending money recklessly and causing this inflation. That is what is causing this inflation. Don't believe the narrative. All right, guys, that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.